All right, welcome to the Ahead of the Curve podcast. We're doing a quick episode today to answer some frequently asked questions about taxes. So today, Micah is going to answer one for us that is an extremely common question. What is the tax deadline for entities? So Micah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so these are very quick. So the tax deadline for S-Corps and multi-member LCs or partnerships is March 15th every year. And there are
Okay.
weird things if you've got a non-calendar year fiscal year for certain entities, but for like 99% of entities, we're talking March 15th. And then for C-Corps, it's going to be April 15th. If the 15th happens to fall on a Saturday or Sunday, they'll push that out a few days, but in regular years where the 15th doesn't fall on a holiday, we're talking, again, March 15th for S Corps and partnerships and April 15th for C Corps. And that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
And so, quick question: so when it does fall on like a weekend or a holiday, what do they have any sort of criteria as to how far they extend it? Like, is it typically like a couple days out? Is it the next Monday? How does
It's
that
the next
usually
Monday
work?
typically. There's
The
a
next Monday.
weird thing. There's some tax DC specific holiday that can happen that
Okay.
since DC is closed on that, it'll happen in April. And that's why this year we had an April 18th deadline because the
Okay.
15th, I think, was a Saturday. And then you had the 16th on Sunday. The 17th was whatever this DC holiday was. So the next Tuesday is when it hits. But again, absent these kind of odd things, it's going to be the following Monday is when it will hit.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about extensions with that. So,
Yeah.
under what circumstances would you need to file an extension, and when would you need to do that by?
So yeah, good question on the when to do that by. So if you're not going to be able to file on time, you need to file an extension. They're pretty much automatic extensions. You just file one with the IRS. That some states have their own, but those have to be done before the filing deadline. We'll have people contacting us on the website all the time. It'll be May, June, July saying, okay, well, I don't have my stuff together. I need you to file an extension for me. That's great. That's just not how it works. For the IRS to accept the extension, it has to be done before the original filing deadline. So either March 15th or April 15th, depending on the type of entity you've got.
Okay, perfect. So, any other questions that we should know about those deadlines?
The only other thing is just that they're extensions to file, not extensions to pay. So if you think you're going to have an obligation, you want to pay that before the tax due date and the deadline of the tax itself. And for individual returns, this is on entity returns, but individual returns are a good example. For the IRS, if you owe a balance and you don't file an extension, they're going to charge you 5% per month that tax is late. But if you file an extension, that reduces the penalty to 0.5% per month. So you still want to pay as much as you can before the tax deadline itself, because again, extension to file, not extension to pay. But if you can't pay either way, the extension definitely mitigates those penalties quite a bit.
Those the high
Yeah,
penalties. Well, I think that's a really good point. I love the it's an extension to file, not an
yeah,
extension to pay. Really
yeah.
easy to remember, but I think that that'll clear up so much about that question for folks. So thanks for answering that thoroughly and quickly for us, and we look forward to seeing everybody here in the next episode.